Fudge that. All right, hello, chat. I gotta do a quick thing for some content, but let's see. We're gonna do Dokk rework today, and on top of that, we'll have some what do you call it? Every role explained by Mint. Dokk YouTube video first. Will you join? Yeah. Okay. Just gotta let my editor know what we're doing, but I'm gonna load up my games. We have test server game coming up right now. Second stream, W man, welcome in. Hope I had a great day. I did have a great day, yes. I'm gonna load up the test server right now. We're gonna play probably like 2 games if we have time before we call up Mint. But yeah, this is gonna be a really good video. But hopefully everyone's having a great morning or evening. Okay. I'm just getting like last minute stuff from my editors and then we're gonna start it. Will the roles be a YouTube video? Yes, it'll be a YouTube video. We're just filming it on stream. But guys, we're getting Mint. Mint is one of the highest rising creators right now. He is like FET 2.0. Really good. He's a pro coach, knows exactly what he's talking about. It's gonna be a banger. Gonna be a banger. But yeah, chat, now we're gonna queue up for the new season. This is all just, what do you call it? All of that is test server. It's not actually real yet. Underrated streamer, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, make sure y'all sub for my YouTube for no ads and charm, and also just amazing content. But chat, listen, I'm making the YouTube videos because where I'm from, shit was not sweet in West Lynn. This is where I grew up from. Yeah, it was tough, man. I had to make streaming work, make ends meet. You're following all my socials, W, man. Dude, I need water really bad right now. Yes, thank you for that. I really need water. I love lubing it up. Is it just like Tarpon Springs? It's worse than Tarpon Springs. Worse. Y'all don't understand though. Be right back. Okay. Might just run the Cade or the mute. Cade. How am I playing on test server? It's on PC and you can download it for yourself. Oh, we're playing up against Munition. This is a popular streamer right here, chat. Yo, lock in, bro. Lock in. Did not think should be still be playing this game. Chat, should we ask her to play?
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses accordingly.
Hold up. I think.
10 seconds.
Yeah, this is it right here. So you make holes here.
5 seconds and counting.
You make holes here.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Setting the welcome mat.
So. I wonder if that'd be covered right there. This is good. This is good.
Placing a razor blade. Nice setup. I'm borrowing it.
Hold this shit right here.
I'm in control now.
One friendly operator remaining.
See you.
Oh, wow. Dude, wait. Where did this person go? Did they just not push this door? Bro, that guy did not even push the door at all. Okay. Yo, hold up. Basement actually is fucking a great site. There's so many places you can C4 over. He's gonna spam Cade. Nah, chalk that round. The whole team just died. Any tips for casino? I think you just needed to go into it with like, make your own setup. Don't think about making default. Just make head holes, and rotate as much as you can, so that way you can kind of experiment with the map. I actually like the new map. I actually like it a lot. I think attacking it and defending it is pretty like easy. Easy as in like I don't feel like I'm lost all the time. Like once I kind of learn it more, I think I'll be better. Want to get a stack for ranked? Maybe. I don't think. It depends if I'm playing ranked after today.
5 seconds left.
You running out?
Station deployed.
He's running out.
Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bombs.
What do you think about the voice lines?
Wall fortified.
The voice lines.
Kona on standby. Giving organized setup. Borrowing it.
Oh, the lion scan for a second. Bro, why did we just not reinforce that? Oh, the interactive voice lines? I think it's okay. Nothing crazy about him. Oh, he's gonna be that tricking, isn't he?
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
I watch. You run.
Friendly, last operator
Dude,
standing.
what? Oh my god, he saw my arm, bro. Like, what is that peak? That's just a siege moment right there.
Mission failed.
Was the
All
destruction
friendlies
always
were
as icky?
eliminated.
It's just TCSG. TCSG is always a little weird. God damn, we're going up against a sweat stack in the test server, bro. Hold on, we gotta do our zombie and we gotta lock in here. I think that's what needs to happen here. But chat, later today, we have every role explained by a pro coach mint. Okay? It's going to be an amazing video. We have it in about 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to give my 2 cents here and there, but I'm going to mainly let him talk because he's the guy for it. Which door was it? I think it was this one here, right?
Be advised, Op 4 has found a
I don't
bomb.
remember which one reinforced. It was this one here.
Wall secured.
Do we have Logi Hatch in the test server? Ban that guy. Yeah, that'll be a YouTube video. I've done it with Fed, Super, I did one myself, and they all went really viral.
5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to
Shiva
engage.
deployed. Surface secured. Shiva deployed. We have some time. Loading new mag.
barrier is activated.
Barricade is up.
Dude, are you kidding me?
I'll have to try again.
Holy, how did I miss all those shots?
One op 4 remaining.
Let's go, baby.
Victorious.
Sheesh, W's on me, bro. Hey, although I had some bad aim on some parts, my first game on, but hey, Azami is so good for poker. Poker and blackjack, play the Azami, bro. I'm telling y'all. That shit is peak. Alright, bet let's get our hands on Zofia now. Pause. Not like that. The stream is a bit glitchy. Try refreshing. Oh wait, I think I know what it is. Are the frames not like fully...
We need to locate a bomb.
I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. Hold up. It should be a bit better now. I think my Elgato like tweaks out a bit sometimes. Is it better now?
Be advised your drone has located a bomb. 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know that.
5 seconds.
Ooh, they're in the basement.
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Hold up. I think a really good basement push I used to do here. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was. It was like somewhere wherever the kitchen was.
Changing mags!
This is all third floor. Shit, someone died here.
Drone activate.
You must recover the diffuser.
Boss G, bro. It's just a stupid weapon, bro.
Loading new mag.
Down to one friendly. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
How's my day? I just woke up. So I'm feeling okay. Ooh, they have a Solus. Yep. Hey, chat, what do y'all think about Dokkaebi though? Where would y'all put her on the tier list? She's low-key broken. If you like, she could low-key be a support character by just using the ability passively over time. Like, imagine Canadian hopping
10
on
seconds to
Dokkaebi.
insertion.
All he has to do is just like call
5 seconds before
and then let the
insertion.
others shoot. And then do it maybe like
A
twice. You
bomb
know what I'm
must
saying?
be located and defused.
Do Richie repel tech. I don't need to do that shit. We might be able to push in, honestly.
Throwing ROU.
You have dropped the diffuser.
Hacking their camera feeds. Got their feeds for now.
Shock. Make room! Loading it.
Op 4 last stop standing.
Work. Count that. Make it count.
The diffuser has been secured.
Let's go, baby.
Op 4 neutralized.
Sheesh. She's already feeling good. I can definitely notice Zophia's weapon recoil is more manageable. The speed feels nice too. Oh, like I'll record a quick intro real quick, chat. Everyone say hi, YouTube. Dokkaebi is extremely broken. I mean, this is probably the most broken operator we've gotten in many years. There are 0 counters to her, and you can combine them all the entire round by spamming the call, and they can't do anything about it. Mute, two brow, don't counter unless you're literally standing in it the whole time. But what do you guys think? Is Dokkaebi broken or not? Let me in the YouTube comments and check out this video of her.
You need to locate a bomb.
If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Okay. I had to do that for my video today.
Seconds to insertion.
Oh, you guys see the alibi down there?
5 seconds to insertion.
Oh, wait, was that an Oryx? What was that?
You
That's
must locate
an...
and defuse a bomb.
Yo, he just dashed downstairs. Bro, these guys are dashing.
You located a bomb.
Is it a crime? Chat, what do y'all think about the new sound of swooping weapons? This that sounds kind of nice. Lost Oryx. That seems about it, honestly. Jeez, the rappel is so good, bro. Where am I?
Concussion ready.
have no idea where this is going to. Bro, what the fuck? Yo, can I shoot this shit?
Exit time!
One's in this room.
Access their camera feeds. Kill that. Make it count.
Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
Swapping back.
Four last operators.
There's so many doors, bro. There's so many holes. I'm so overstimulated. Holy shit. Nice. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Chat, we're also going against a top streamer in the game right now. We've got a lock in for the video. What is this segment with Min? He's going to be explaining how to play every role in the game. But yeah, chat, in about 30 minutes, we'll be doing we're going to be explaining how to play every role in the game. I'll let Mint decide which ones you want to do and all that.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Perimeter defense active.
Zophia's so good, though.
Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised.
Okay, I kind of messed that one up, but
10 seconds to insertion. Down to 5 seconds.
yikes, that is not a pixel
Bomb
peek.
located by Op 4.
That is not pixel peek. Jeez. We'll just leave it for now.
Activating jammer. Device placed.
We need to make head holes in that, honestly.
Changing mags.
Shit, they can repel right there, right? I want to block that off, honestly.
The keeper barrier is activated. Keeper successfully deployed.
Magnet out.
Try to get through that.
Reloading.
No, bro. He's No, I should have killed that guy. Should have killed him.
One friendly operator remaining.
All good, all
friendlies were
good.
eliminated.
Should have. Damn, my fucking throat. Should have committed more to that swing. All good, man. That was a banger. Banger of the new map, though. I think I'll play one more. That was an OT game too. What hertz monitor? I play on 240 hertz. Hey chat, is the new season at W or L though? Feeling amazing on this map. And like all the ops too. Oh my god, the recoil is literally just like... You just aim down like hard right. Oh my god, Sophia's so back. Might try my ADS. No, this is good enough. I'm gonna try it actually. Let me try. Let's on top just a little bit. Quicksilver, thank you for the prime. Hopefully Zovia buff comes to console eventually. Yeah. Wow, at least she's a 2-2 speed now for y'all. Oh, look, you fucked it up a little bit. She lost weight in time for the summer effects. But yeah, chat, in 20 minutes, we will call up Mint. Ooh, if we're going up here. Loki, bro, give me the Mira. Mira's good on this part. How you getting games like this? You just need to download the test server and you're good on PC. I think it's good that we have as a crouch Mira, so you can get cover from behind.
Jammer ready to activate.
Calibrating all set.
10 seconds.
Yo, Mira on this wall would actually be kind of nuts, though. If you think about it.
5 seconds.
Like, imagine.
Loading full mag.
Bomb location secure.
Oh, let's try it. Why not?
Don't forget to submit yesterday's field test results.
Oh, right here would have been actually really good, too.
You're on the
Killer Shadow, think of it tier 1.
Setting the welcome mat.
loading new mag.
advised, Op 4 has located a bomb. One Op 4 remaining.
Get ready. I'm taking them out.
Nice.
Mission
Oh,
successful.
that's kind of, yeah, that mirror can get punched really easily. I don't think it's a very good mirror spot right there. Unless you have someone playing close on the door. Yeah, you just need some good teamwork on that. Definitely need teamwork. Yo, we should get wall denial. Wall denial.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Also, chat, I got added to the noob section for a Bolo's Apex tournament. Type 1 if you play Apex Legends. Is that map, or is that game like easy to learn or what?
Kiba deployed.
Honestly, I might even do.
Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly. 5 seconds and counting.
Damn it, they saw what I'm doing.
Located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
I know nothing about others.
It's aim mechanics. Hope you have COD movement. Bro, I'm definitely gonna be a noob then. What are you doing? What the fuck? This guy's just stream sniping, bro, or something. Does he want something? No, he's just being an idiot.
Kiba barrier is activated.
Has barbed wire and bandit. I don't really feel safe with this door being here, but
Kiba strikes through. Deployed barrier.
oh, I'm so fucked right there. They have no sight set up on that and was pinched.
One friendly remaining.
That's kind of like a tough spot, you know, with no one watching the back. I think.
Mission failed. All friendlies
We gotta find like the good Azami post-up spots that we don't have to rely on people watching stuff. If I was on my Azami setup, I would have definitely killed that Ash if I just backed up. So I would go basement here. Basement's a good one. I think Aruni would be really good here because of the DMR. Even Azami, you can get some crazy angles. Let's just go Rooney here. Watching people play Apex takes 3 to 5 years off your life. One of the most sweat bitchless games I've played than Siege. I feel like Apex is a lot of like sliding and jumping and
Secure the bombs.
I probably would be really bad because I don't know how like shields and all that. I mean, assuming you just pop a shield and shit, right?
Laser gate deployed. Surya in place.
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Shield break simulator. then yeah, you crack open one of those
Surveillance
little
on bomb.
jugs, right?
Op 4 has a diffuser.
Maybe I'll play Apex in my free time for the tourney, but I don't even know if I'm gonna get picked for it.
Reinforcing wall.
Laser gate in position.
Detonating down.
Razor wire deployed.
How's Casino? I fuck with the map.
Kona station deployed.
Got a hatch? What is that?
Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Ooh, Snappy Warden. Jeez. Sleeves to give the tier 1. Bro, I'm so washed with DMRs. I need to fucking get Sparky in the movement again. Yeah, give me that Zoph, man. Give me on that Zoph. Alright, chat, we gonna call mint after this game. What happens when you get 900 subs? I will shake some on stream
To locate a bomb.
with no pants on in GTA.
Your
It's up.
drone has found a bomb.
Sick. I think I really like the grass here. Oh, chat, you see that? No.
10 seconds.
She might swap behind the desk.
5 seconds before insertion.
Oh, I was gonna go Claymores on her.
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and
Oh, she is
defuse it.
behind the desk. Chat, we could low-key camp her right there. I mean, she doesn't know. The thing is, if I hang on the rappel, I'm really exposed, but... I think I might just destroy it, honestly. Wait, they broke the barricade? Oh my god, bro. It was barricade. Bro, they opened it last second. That's unfortunate. What is the timing of that, of me getting on my drone like that? Yeah, I guys got killed by a clanker, bro. Like, what the heck? Killed by Iron Man. Cheating in TTS. Who's cheating in TTS? Ooh. I mean, to be fair, we did go up against a cheater last yesterday, which was insane.
Deploying panel.
Whoa!
Down to one friendly.
Stream Apex. I don't even have it downloaded. But the tournament's gonna be on Friday, so I might have some time to prepare. We will see.
You must recover the diffuser. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
Cheating in test server should be a crime. What do we think the punishment should be for cheating in test server? Like community service? You think? I don't think there's no mic in test server unless we do the doesn't even work. Castrated and their balls thrown to the wolves. Honestly, it seems pretty reasonable. Oh, they're gonna be basement now. We should get the hatches open. Like the side walls. Yo, Glass Mav would probably be really good on this map. Someone want to Glass Mav? So down to Glass Mav here.
10 seconds to insertion. Drone has located
He says
a bomb.
nah. Bro,
5 seconds to go.
hell team.
You've
Yo,
located
it
a
was
bomb.
so awesome
Make your way
meeting
to
you
its
at that
location
park, but did you really have to roundhouse kick my jaw like that? Yo, can we not put this impression out here that I hit my fans, bro? Like, I'm a nice guy, bro. Like, at the major, I was meeting people left and right. There was no crazy allegations. We'd love to see it.
Payload on target. Can't deploy, something's in the way.
Thunder in. Get out!
I see Fortos.
Something's in the way, can't deploy. Payload got blocked. Drone panel deployed.
Drone ready. Brace for impact!
Drone panel deployed.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
How the hell did I not kill that
Drop
guy?
the diffuser. Friendly last operation. Op 4 last stop standing.
Let's go, baby.
Op
Sheesh.
4 eliminated.
W Zofia, bro. Zofia's OP. What? Who's cheating? Mackerel wall. Nah, he's just gotta be trolling, bro. This guy's just typing for no reason. He's saying gay. Anyone who kills me. Okay, he's just trolling. He's just trolling. W Zof, bro. W Zof. I think I saw you in Utah at a restaurant eating with a group. It was a Japanese Italian place. Ring a bell. Japanese Italian. Actually, I think so. Because it was probably a place that the Ubisoft people picked for
Locate a
us.
bomb.
I don't want to see a single of course, bro, for Japanese food, okay? Where are they? Are they basement? The basement again?
Be advised your drone has located a bomb.
Bro, Mew doesn't even counter people with throwing hard pitching gadgets. It's insane. I think we pushed the freezer again here. Lino, thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back.
Insertion.
Having Japanese today sushi. Yo. Type 1 in the chat if you love
5
sushi.
seconds to insertion.
I love sushi.
You've located a bomb.
Like I just love
Make your
eating
way
raw
to its
meat, bro.
location and defuse
Shit's
it.
amazing. Yo, is that guy on the floor? What the fuck? Are you in the floor? What the heck? Okay.
Drone ready. Reloading! Shock loaded. Move out! Reload!
Can't keep doing this.
Readying impact. I got you!
Seconds.
Watch this chat.
10 seconds.
Did I down her? Oh, I downed her. Fuck.
Standing.
Wait, no,
5
bro.
seconds
Where's my
remaining.
Davos? Davos,
Op 4
no.
eliminated all friendlies.
Bro, I should have just impacted the floor regularly. But I thought I would blow her up at least. It was a good attempt. Son, thank you for the prime. Go blackjack again, bro. I actually like blackjack a lot. It's kind of like a good like middle floor site. It is just a little open though. Yo, we're down in so many men. We might need to hit a roam here. Insanely good at the finals or siege?
Protect the bombs.
I don't know. I feel like the finals is kind of a dead game, no?
Wall fortified.
It was nice meeting you in person, but that I have to rob you for not having the charm. Absolutely.
10 seconds. Insertion.
Atheno loves beating his
5
viewers.
seconds
No, that's not true.
Op
Where are
4
these
is
allegations
bomb.
coming
Get
from, bro?
ready to engage.
The finals is very much alive. Heard that.
The Kiba barrier is activated. Kiba successfully deployed.
We didn't reinforce that wall. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh!
Op 4 has deployed a diffuser. You need to destroy it.
Kiba deployed.
Dude, Dokk is so fucking strong.
One friendly operator remaining.
Oh,
Mission failed. All
wow.
friendlies were eliminated.
Dude, it's just like in the chaos, bro. She's just spam calling my ass, bro. I'm so used to like not having to call it or like hang it up. Gotta get used to that. All right, chat. We have the main video today. Let's call Min. Yo, what's up, brother?
Dude, I totally forgot there was only one round of overtime.
Yeah, that one was like intense. But yeah, hey,
You liking the new map?
Dude, honestly, it's actually not that bad. I feel like I can
Not that
get
bad.
learn
Hey, I'll
it.
take that.
I feel like I can like learn it, you know?
Yeah.
It is massive, but I feel like for each bomb site, like you just hold like PowerPoints here and there, and it's like, yeah.
I'll take a not that bad. Like a lot of the community likes to, we ask for these new maps and then we complain about them, but like give it some time. Get a couple hours. I got like 20 plus hours in it now, and
Yeah.
I love the map. Just power positions.
I was like out for a week after when I came home from the major, so I didn't really play the test server much. But yeah, dude, it's like I actually like it a lot. I feel like the environments, it's refreshing, and it's like it doesn't feel like dark to play. Bet. You able to turn your cam on for this?
Oh yeah, of course.
Bet. Oh damn! Wait, the setup looking clean though.
Hi,
Hold up.
guys. Yeah, dude. Yo,
Nice.
you recognize the mouse, Mad? Nah.
Oh shit, he's got the yeah, bro, he's got the fucking bad, bro. Yeah,
We're locked. We're locked.
awesome. Yeah, this is a nice ass setup, bro. And you got the blue mic.
Yeah, I couldn't find a mint colored one, And like maybe
Oh,
if
that
we
makes
ever get a
sense.
charm, I'll dangle that off the microphone nicely.
I should Loki get a colored one for the shirt.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. It's for sure. They have every color but fucking mint, so this will do.
What color even is
We
mint?
got
Like green, like your
yeah,
logo,
yeah, greenish blue, yeah.
greenish blue.
Yeah, we got Legion and Warden on the casket.
Yeah, you don't grow the stash out.
I used to for the Warden cosplay, but I think now I'm going clean. It's summer, Time to cut and trim.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Bet. Well, so how I usually did this in the past, like basically you can just get like a like a note sheet if you want to for like talking points, but yeah, all it will be is just like it's like us explaining on like how to play every role. So what we can do right now is we can like make a list right now of every role.
Heard.
So
I've come prepared.
oh, you did? Oh, you got like a sheets, like a doc
I've
sheet.
come prepared. Well, it's a
Ooh.
notepad. I'm a notepad guy.
Okay.
And I've also watched a few of your other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Big Athena enjoyer here, and lifelong T3 sub. All
Dude,
you know
awesome.
me.
Yeah. The cardboard cutout and
Right. That's off screen though. Like I don't want to be creepy about this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
But as far as roles, I mean, first off, I don't know is this part in the video or no?
Editors exist. We can just
Editors exist. Okay.
We
I
can
mean,
just-
first off, I'm a big believer in we are kind of shifting away from roles in a sense. When you're first off, it depends on the team you are and the style that you guys play. But let's say you're playing like an extremely aggressive style, like a split theory style, like EU or Brazil. Like even Dokk has said it in many of his interviews that, to be honest, all of them are basically like lurkers or entries, right? Like there's everyone is kind of getting active depending on the strat, depending on the site. So it really just comes down to like positions in Siege. But for the most part, and just for ranked play and for the majority of North America and like these kind of videos, like you can still kind of say that there are roles because as you're talking about certain sites, you of course you need someone to hold a cut. You of course need someone to plant the bomb. You of course need someone to entry. So as far as like roles, I'm thinking like I say support 1, support 2, but I think the easiest thing to say is hard support and soft support.
Yeah.
Soft support is also basically the mailbox role or the cuts role. You've said in other
Yeah,
videos,
change title.
that calls it cut. I call it like the mailbox.
Mailbot. Yeah, well, I think we heard that term a few times in the major.
Yeah, it's the new gen call out, but it's just you're holding cuts. Obviously you got your IGL. You have your entries. I still kind of say first and second entry, but we'll just say entries, I think. Because that other entry, it like depends. It's kind of a flex. You guys said this in the other video as well, that it is basically a flex position.
Yeah.
And it is. That's why I'm kind of saying like you're getting away from roles, because if you look at some of the best teams in the world, Dark Zero and FaZe Clan, you look at those rosters and there's like one entry on the team, and it's a lot of fucking flex players. You need to be able to do a little bit of everything because of the styles in the game. You could play double shields, so we need people to play shield. You could play utility meta and Glaz, Ying, Grim. You could play the information meta with Dokkaebi, Deimos, Zero, right? So you gotta be flexible. You gotta be flexible in today's Siege.
Yeah, I do feel like in the past like year, there's really been like always like operators haven't been nerfed as heavy. There's like always like information, like you got Dokk, Lion, Dokk, like Deimos. Like there's so many like people. You can just have like 5 entries at that point. You don't have to have like a hard Thermite only role, Thermite Maestro only role. Like a support player could, like a Canadian, he's playing like BB or like Mew or like Ying, you know. So yeah, dude. Like so you can just categorize whatever roles if you want to combine like the soft and the entries into like one and all that. We can just have them as an extension. But like if you want to have a hard like 5, 6 roles, however, man, this is your like video and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can just start from the top of like, you can start from support, we can start from entry, however you like it, whatever flows nice for you.
Yeah, let's start from hard support, and I'm gonna yap.
Yeah, please yap.
Amount because I'm an old guy and I like to yap, which is why I have a podcast so I can just talk all day. I'm going to like intermingle. You guys are gonna hear me like intertwine these roles a lot because like that's just siege.
Please
and
do.
honestly, if a lot of you guys are like, and this video is kind of for ranked, because I was doing a role series on my channel as well. We might get to the question of like, well, what role do I play in ranked? And like honestly, the flex role, which we'll get to, is probably the role you want to play because you got to play every role. But it's good to understand all of them.
So, yeah,
So
chat.
the hard support. Hard support. We'll get to the not fun role, the role that I retired on because it's not fun at all. And the easiest way to define hard support is not by operator. I know a lot of you maybe are still thinking like, hey, the guy that's on Thermite, Gavini must be the hard support on M80, right? Cyber must be the hard support on FaZe Clan, right? He plays Thermite. That's not how it is at all. Your operator choice does not matter. I think the easiest way to tell who the hard support is per site is who's the guy with the case. Because if you got the case, you got the responsibility. You're the guy that can't die. You're probably droning. You're probably getting your entries into the map. So that's going to be your hard support for the most time. If you want to define it by a role, a lot of times it's like the some type of role with utility, like Grim, Cap, or Montaigne, right? Sometimes with cans, so you can at least open the walls. That's like my favorite spot to do the hard support role from.
Yeah, we got any support players in the chat?
Canadian, he also does like to do it from the shield spot, and a lot of players will bring from the shields because the shields are probably the safest person to plant the case. Because you could just walk in and you can start planting the bomb. But yeah, that's like the hard support. It's not. I can't even define it by opening walls or anything like that, right? Because you're not always the one opening walls. You're more so just the guy again with the case. You're going to be droning a lot on it, and this is more so I'm talking about attack because on defense I kind of just call this the anchor. So on attack, the hard support, yeah, you're like usually droning the primary entry in, or you're maybe sitting on some prep cams and you're holding cuts on those prep cams and getting your entries into the space. And then again, you usually have some type of utility and some type of going for the plant kind of utility, whether it's the shield or the Grim or the Capita or something like that. Or you're responsible for like burning the guy out of rafters. That's kind of the hard supports role. You don't want to be aggressive in this role, right? This is not for an aggressive player. That's how I break down roles. I always start with like an aggression level 1 to 10. If you're like a 10, don't play my hard support because you're gonna die with the case, and the case is gonna be somewhere ridiculous. Like you want to be a little bit more on the passive side. Use your utility when you need to. Sit on the flank cams or hold cams when you need to. Go for the plant. Yeah. Knowing also as a hard support, you need to know like where you can plant and what needs to be held. I think that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot as the hard support. Like bomb planting is a different skill. You got to know when you can go for the plant and what needs to be held and calling that out. So you got to be also vocal, right? Like if you're going border, for an example, I don't know. Can I use visual?
Yeah,
cool?
go ahead.
Sharing my screen. And
yeah,
like
share
that?
screen, bro,
okay.
please.
I don't need to for this one, but let's just say on border, like, you know, most people in ranked when they're defending the bathroom site, they love to extend horizontally. Let's say you get the hatch open, you're Montaigne, you're like, I'm going to drop and go for the bomb plant. You got to put people in the right spots. Hey, can I get someone to the site window, hold the cross? Can someone play my hatch and cover me in case like anyone pushes me as you're going for the plant? And then once the bomb's down, you can also tell people like the best place to cover the plant. Stay above on the hatch. We can stop the bomb plant from above. So like that's a kind of a skill on its own, but all that kind of goes into the hard support.
Yeah, so you're like the backbone. The push kind of revolves around you and ends around you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I know you said there's a lot of flexible roles, but let's say like this is more like for the viewers, you know, like let's say they're in a rank stack and they want to help out. What would you say like our top 3 support operators like attack off the top of your head?
Yeah, Grim's number 1. Because with Grim, your utility enables all your players to get aggressive. You give them literal wall hacks, and you have cans. And if you're just playing ranked, especially solo, like I want to be able to open up walls because the rest of my team probably is not going to. Capitao as well, the amount of utility, the exit utility, I could literally coordinate a plant by myself, and then also Montaigne. Again, the hard breach charges, and then I'm just going to walk and basically be an entry and like help my team, hopefully get someone behind me, that random Ash player, get him behind me, get him some free kills, and then go for a bomb plant with the Montaigne. Yeah,
honestly, I noticed that a lot. Like, just simply bringing can openers or any kind of hard breach, like, makes the push, like, 50% easier. Because if you don't, you can't get hatches open, you can't get, like, bank server wall open. You're, like, you're just gonna force down main stairs or garage or like maybe something. So definitely, if y'all see, like, even though all the ops he listed are just like 3 speeds and all that, you would think, oh, 3 speed is entry, but like it's really just comes down to the gun and the gadget usage. So if you're alive, if the gadget's alive, that's all that matters, honestly. You're like,
I always forget Grim and Kappa Tower 3-speed.
yep. It's just
That's crazy.
yeah. Really? What did you think they were beforehand? 2-2?
I would have said like one of them was a 2-2. Yeah, because they don't feel 3. Like, you know, there's just some operators that feel 3. Like Ash feels 3.
Yeah.
You know, a 2-2 op that doesn't feel like a 2-2 op is Ella. Ella feels 3 speed.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that.
Right? That's I don't know. It's just something about like the kit. I think it's something about the kit.
Bad, bro. Yo, honestly, W support, bro.
Yeah.
Support players take notes right there.
Ella's 3 speed in my soul. Okay, so soft support.
Yeah.
All right, so soft support, aka the mailbox roll, the cuts roll.
Mailbox.
Right? So look, at the end,
Love that
mailbox. Why is it called the mailbox roll? Well, the U.S. Postal Service, the mailbox. You know, you put the post in the ground and it doesn't fucking move. Think of NJR, but this major he proved me wrong and he was moving. But normally, like, there's that really passive player on your team that has cracked aim. Just because they have cracked aim, you don't want to put him on entry, right? Is he really passive? Is he kind of a baiter? Does he play his life really well? Well, then he might be more so for the cut roll. Stick him on a DMR. And what this guy's job is, like, think of Chalet, like, sitting outside Ivy windows, right? You're going to have your entry jump in library with the shield or library single, or maybe even walk up mez with a Montane. You're going to have your entries basically be the shepherds, and they're going to be pushing and hurting these defenders into those cutoff windows. So that's where you want, again, your cracked aimer. You don't want him to be able to miss that shot. He's sitting there with the DMR. He's going to get a lot of freebies. These players are going to get a lot of entries. They are going to get a lot of stats if your entries are doing their job and actually pushing these players in the right direction. So it's, you know, a lot of times, like, you look at Gunner, you're like, oh, he's a disgusting entry. He has a lot of entry picks. No, it's because he's sitting on cuts most of the time. He's just sitting outside a window and he's getting free kills. So every kind of like isolation or preset play, I would call it, basically has a cut spot. Fett actually gave a really good one. Here, I'll share my screen again just because it's a different video. Fett gave a really good one on bank, for an example, where, like, where would the cut be on bank? And it's going to be the guy sitting on E3 rappel, just looking through the E3 wall, right?
Yeah, I love opening the wall.
Habana, you're going to take Ace. So a lot of times, this is a player that's going to take your hard breach, right? Not your hard support. This is a lot of times your hard breach roll, because you open a wall, you sit there, and you hold an angle. So E3, he's holding this, so in case there are ever roamers inside of CEO, which a lot of times there are, right? Contesting your windows. You get people on the windows, pushing them, Grim, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have a lurk coming up red, which we'll get to lurk in a second. You're flushing these players into the hallway, and he's getting free kills. So that is what your cut player does. Every single map has one. We can even look at, like, Clubhouse. Let's say we're going for... we're clearing out the top floor roam. Say there's, like, a top floor roam on basement. All your entries might be attacking this side of the map. And then you would just have, like, a Habana or Ace sitting here outside the breach. Like, this is your cut player. He's just sitting here as your entries are all pushing and flushing all the players to this side of the map. There's your cut sitting there, waiting, licking his lips, getting all the stats.
Yeah, Logi Hatch, Jim, you know what I'm saying? All that's good. All that's good stuff right there, yeah.
Yep. As far as, like, operators, though, again, like, a lot of times it's a DMR. A lot of times it's a utility, like Twitch, Brava, Flores. These are good cut ops, and also hard breach players like Ace, Habana, Thermite, opening up the wall. Look at Surf on Shopify, right? Open up a wall with Thermite, sit there, hold it. Even Nomad, you could sit outside IT and just sit there and hold it.
Yeah, would you recommend, like, the support players, like, running more DMRs as long as they're strong? Or you think it's okay for them to run this the automatic guns?
I mean, run whatever's comfortable, but if I'm just being honest about what's broken in the game right now and take advantage of, it's the DMRs. I know maybe it's not that the case for console. Console might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
I've had some console players tell me they don't like the DMRs on console, and, you know, use what you're comfortable with at the end of the day. But I think DMRs right now, you can basically 2-tap any defender, and it just it makes the game really, really easy, and all your angles are going to be unlosable.
Yeah. Side question: on the new gun, are you going to be running extended barrel on it, because it does 54 damage on it?
On the AR.
Yeah. Or do you think the damage is worth it, or would you rather have better recoil to land your shots?
I think the damage is worth it actually, but I'm not running that gun. I'm still running the DMRs.
Oh.
And the main reason is the utility that DMRs have too, like opening up hatches. I can't tell you how many times I hit a nasty Dokkaebi lurk and the hatch isn't reinforced above, and I'm like, bro, like now I gotta call someone in to come open up this hatch for me because I can't open it with Dokkaebi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's facts. That's
So-
facts.
Soft walls, I want to be able to spam through. And besides, the 12 is just such a good gun.
Yeah.
I'm rocking that as a primary anyway. Like, it's so good.
I mean, just run TCSG. If I feel like support players, bro, just run TCSG, like the Goyo, the Cade, Sentry. Then on attack, just run your DMRs. Like, you're gonna have an upper hand in rank 3.0 for everyone out there.
That's the game nowadays. It's DMRs and information ops, which we can get to eventually.
Yeah. So hey, Ubisoft support though.
Yeah. So anyway, that's support 1, support 2. We could jump into basically entries at this point.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm sure there's a lot of entries in here.
Yeah.
Chat,
Entry
type one
seems
for
to
an
be very
entry.
Popular. I think that was my most popular guide, was the entry guide. People love to run in and shoot.
Ooh.
I still categorize it by a first entry and a second entry. I know there's some people that just say entries, and
Yeah.
it intertwines based on the map and the site. I'll get to that in a second, but first entry is like, this is your spearhead. This is your guy that has absolutely no fear, and your aggression level is probably at the highest, right? I'm thinking Ambi. I'm thinking like all these really aggressive players that have no
21
problem.
kills.
If you tell them to jump in and go get some kills, they're going to get some kills, right? You put them behind a drone, they're going to be disgusting.
Chat, who's a good
Mechanical
entry?
gods, First off, because if you think about it from an entry point of view, POV, your job is clearing a lot of roamers. Who's normally on the roaming role? Usually the other, like the entry from the attack. It's the other mechanical gods on the other team. So you're taking some really hard gunfights. So you want someone that's also, like, again, really mechanically good and can win their gunfights, win their ones when they need to. Confident, you're willing to take space, and again, your aggression level is at least above like a 7. If you're failing to push in, you're just going to stall out your attack so much. Which is why, again, your entry is not even defined by your role. Depending on the system, some entries are shield players. Kino on Dark Zero is an entry, right? He actually is the entry walking in and getting the space for the
Didn't
team.
even know that.
Right. No, exactly. I mean, all the entry, like the entry of definition by me, like all it means is like you're taking space for the team. You are getting in the space. You are taking the initial gunfights. Shields are entries nowadays. You look at, Kino for them. You look at Spirits on goddamn 100 Thieves. You look at Dash when he was on Wildcard, because Wildcard doesn't have really a true entry. Baby Shark's more of a lurk role. So a lot of teams don't even have like actual entries. Even Newers is not an entry. He's a lurk player. He could definitely get in and make something fast happen, but he's more of a lurk player. So a lot of times, yeah, entries nowadays are shields. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because why just like run an Ash at the guy and take a 50-50 when you can run a shield plus another guy and it's guaranteed in your favor? Like, no one wants to go against a shield.
Yeah.
So that's why there is like entry 1, entry 2. One of the entries might be a shield, and then you might put some other guy that's really cracked right behind the shield, and good luck on the defense. So yeah, not defined by the operator choice. You got to be the spearhead. You got to be confident. And you got to be vocal, I think, is another thing that we haven't really touched on too much, but you got to be vocal. I think a lot of people will go onto entry thinking all they have to do is get kills and run in, and they're quiet, but like that's arguably where you don't want your quiet guy on the team, because what's going to happen? He's going to die, and then he's on cams, and now your quiet guy's just sitting on cams, and you're not getting any information out of him. You got to be able to micro comm really well as a first entry, which means basically like having a conversation with the people like that are behind you. Your second entry, hey, get behind me. Hey, I'm going to push this. Hey, can you flash this so I can jump in and do this, right? Having these conversations about what you're going to push instead of just running in and dying and getting no value for the team.
Yeah. So what role would you say Canadian is when he was playing the BB, the Ying, and he's always the first one, like smoking it and yinging it out and pushing it and dying first, but then they get his trade and all that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a good question. That's why everything is so like intertwined because depending like if he does have hard utility like that at certain times, he might have to be an entry. That's why everyone's so flexible. Like sometimes your supports are entries, sometimes your entries turn into supports and they're more so holding a cut angle and holding onto space.
Who just said
If he's a
Canadians
shield and he's
debate?
walking into a room, he's kind of an entry at that point. But I would call him like just a flex or a soft support, which is also basically a flex player as well. He is kind of the bait, like BSM is saying in your chat. This is like an old school reference. I don't know if anyone's gonna get this, but if anyone watches Counter Strike, way back, there was a team called SK with Fallen and Taco, and Taco was like a player that died a ton. He was literally just the bait. As the primary entry, he was always just the bait, and the guy behind him would always like sweep in and get all the kills and frag everybody out, which is why the secondary entry is kind of your more clutch entry, a little bit more passive. It's your guy that's going to be able to be a little bit more, a little bit better in those 3v3s. A lot of time he's playing something like a Deimos or a Buck, maybe an underneath lurk. I like to keep this role pretty consistent. If you're on layer, I'll switch to layer real quick if I have layer. This is for a video, ignore that. If you're doing an ops push, it usually involves obviously pushing ops, but you need someone to go underneath. There's usually a Buck or a Deimos that goes underneath and tracks the guy playing in Mez. This is where I think it's like kind of your secondary entry because you kind of need to know how to play in space by yourself. You need to be able to like drone yourself and kind of play off intuition and audio and things like that. Also kind of a lurk in a sense. But that's kind of what the secondary entry is. Sometimes you're doubled up with the first entry and you're just trading them. Sometimes you're on your own. Sometimes it's like a map like Clubhouse and maybe we're entering from different spots. Maybe your primary entry is getting droned on the tub side and then your secondary entry walks in plat side by himself, right? Like there's different entry points. But yeah, that was a good question with Troy.
Yeah. Honestly,
It
like
kind of proves my point where it's all depending on the execute.
yeah, I mean, I know that was probably one of the highlights of the majors, like how he has the lowest KD. I remember Fett pulling up his stats. He was like the lowest KD in all the past 3 years, I think. But obviously he's led them to good spots and all that, and kind of is like I remember Pojo man talking on TSM is kind of like he's saying he's like the guy holding the trident, and then on the 3 tips is like Chala, Bo, and like Merc, I think, or no, it was Merc, Bo, and Achieved, I believe. It was like that. Yeah, he just starts poking at people. So honestly, it seems to work, I'm sure he definitely has some calls behind it, putting him in the right spots.
Yeah, we can talk all day about how good of an IGL he is since I've worked with him and I know how hungry he is and what like his style. He's not meant to get stats. He is meant to be the bait most of the time. If he's roaming, he's the bait. If he's on attack, he's on the shield because you're going to look at shields.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at Ambi right behind him. So, I mean, that's just how it is. Someone has to do the dirty work on the team. Not all 5 players are going to get the stats in his system. If you look at like G2's system or some of the Brazilian styles where they're playing split theory and all attacking and all entries, then yeah, everyone's going to frag out. But in more of like a Shopify system, it's just, someone's got the short end of the stick.
So yeah, it definitely seems like you have some good stuff to talk about Canadians. So this is kind of like for like the brain dead TikTok people who just like don't know nothing about this game, but it's kind of like, oh, how does he have like a negative KD in Pro League and all that? So what would you say to them like about Canadian style and achievement, how he's able to achieve so much, but he doesn't perform as good?
I mean, yeah, first off, like IGLing, he, as an IGL, and we'll get to the IGL, I guess, in a second here, but you have to have the answer for every problem, right? Like that is your job. And Troy watches more Siege than anybody. He watches every single scrim VOD back, comes back with notes on how to fix things and different plays that they can do. You got to be able to problem solve and make sure your team is not stalling out. And in their system, you kind of look at it like on a blueprint. If I just pull up like Clubhouse, for example, here. If you're talking about like a normal Clubhouse roam, right? We're talking like one of these cache bunkers. You're going to put, usually there's a guy top red, there's a guy in rafters, and you have a bridge player playing here, and you got your guy in dirt, and maybe there's a guy like around bar side, like wasting some time. When Troy looks at a strat like this, he's going to immediately put whoever he thinks is going to get the most amount of engagements to his star fraggers. He's going to take the worst spot on every single defense strat, right? They literally have stats of this as analytics on pro teams of who takes the least amount of gunfights, right? It's not, I'll tell you right now, it's not this guy. Okay, so this is going to be one of the fraggers. This is going to be like someone that needs to know how to play by themselves. They might get rushed a lot. That's going to be a fragger. I'll tell you right now, against a roam, this blue dirt guy, you would think your anchor it would not be a fragger, but it has to be because a lot of people hit the site on this. So Troy's going to put himself like maybe like top red, somewhere like in the middle, where his job here is just waste time with smokes, and then he's just going to run away to the bridge. He's going to be bait for his other players to get back to site. Right. And he does that on every single map. Like, he's not greedy. He's always going to make sure Ambi's in the spots, Rexon's in his star spots, and like he's just going to fill in because what he contributes is obviously his voice and how to problem solve and how to win rounds. And clearly it's working. I mean, we could say whatever he wants that he's like 28.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy because I was still playing and no one was calling me old at 28, but I was in my damn prime at that time. And we have Kerrigan, who's like mid-30s, still playing CSGO. So
Yeah. I mean, so are you gonna go? This probably doesn't have to be a role, but like maybe a quick explanation for people who don't know what the bridge role is.
sure. Well, do you want to do that? Because we still got attack rolls.
Oh shit, yeah. I mean, bridge rolls really would just be like, just covering someone's like blind spot, right? Or it'll be kind of like connecting the two players so that way they have, some cover or some potential for refrag.
Yep. No, 100%. The easiest way I can describe it is a bridge roll. Think about a 2-1-2 split. Say you have two top floor roamers, a guy in the middle floor, and two guys in sight. You can't just do like a 2-0-3, right? You need somebody to be able to connect your site anchors and your site players to your roamers. Someone has to be in the middle so that you can, they're going for, they're clearing the roam. Well, I can come connect myself to you. I bridge myself to you. And we can either now fight with more numbers, or I can help you fall back to site and power something so we can get you safely back to site. And same thing, vice versa. If, hey, they're rushing site, what does that one player in the middle do? Well, it'll help my roamers, bridge them, get them back to site quickly, and then we can help against the site hit. So you just need someone in the middle, because if you do like a 2-0-3, what attacks would do is they would just flood middle, and they would separate you guys, and now they can choose, hey, where's the lower numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's only 2 guys in sight and 3 roamers. We'll ignore them, and we'll just hit the site.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be so good in ranked. I mean, it's like, because usually in ranked, unless you're going with a really good team, you can just do that, just take away their bridge, and then boom, just take out the 2 people isolated, and then you just kind of go from there. I feel like it's a good ranked philosophy.
Yeah, that's my favorite way to attack a 2-1-2 is exactly go for the 1 and then separate them, and then use like Dokk, Deimos, Snake, and find some freebies. Sure.
Yes.
I guess we'll quickly talk about Flex then.
Yeah.
Flex and then IGL would be like my last real like attack rolls. Flex, it means literally what it is. You're Flex Seal. You're like that guy that has the Flex Seal, and you fill whatever the team needs. Literally whatever the team needs. You need to be able to know how to play entry. You need to know how to lurk. You need to know how to hold a cut angle, right? You need to play a cheese operator, aka a power op like Glaz, Ying, Shields. You need to know how to do it all. Which nowadays it's really good if a lot of players know how to do that on your team. It opens up so much on your team, so you could play all the different styles that I was talking about earlier. But yeah, you're just like, when we're filling out an attack on paper and we're putting people in the right places, we put the cut player where the cut player goes. You put the entry where you're going to entry. You put the shield player where the shield player goes. And then it's like, hey, we got 2 free spots. You stick your flex players there, right?
Yeah. That's where that's where I mainly played in comp. When I used to play, I was mainly this flex where I would either be soft support, soft entry, soft like flank watch when that was kind of a thing, the mailbox now as you call it, or like the guy doing the stuff to make the executes on the utility and all that. But yeah, that's good.
Someone asked if it's like, is it Twitch? It could be Twitch.
Could be anyone.
Andy, yeah, literally anybody. There's some teams where it's more of a gun operator. Again, if you're playing that information meta, maybe you bring like a Dokk, a Snake, a Twitch to clear some traps. Or maybe we're playing double shields. Look at 5 Fears, right? We might have your main shield guy on Monty. You might hop on Blitz and you might double shield and just like run at some people. So it is literally everything.
Yeah. Like it's pretty self-explanatory. Just literally, like you can just copy any other roles we talk about and you can put yourself on those.
Yep. IGL, the head honcho, the Don, the mafia boss, whatever you want to call this guy. The biggest thing for an IGL is that you need to keep your team on the same page. That is the biggest thing to say about this guy. And I'll quickly draw. This is how I explain, because I do a lot of like IGL coaching, because I worked with Troy. I've worked with Hot and Cold, 2 of the best IGLs in North America, if not the world. I myself was an IGL for a really long time on Flipside, SK, and DZ. I had BC with me, who's another great mind. So I think I have a pretty good idea of like this IGL role in general. And again, like the way I like to explain this to newer IGLs is imagine this straight line here that I'm drawing is your blueprinted start to like how you want to start and how you want to finish a round, right? You got the start, you got the end of the round. Okay. Well, obviously, if everything goes completely smooth, you would just stay on the line. Everyone knows what to do because this is the plan. Everyone already knows the plan. But the defense is not going to let you get away with that. They are going to throw some things at you. So let's look at a map like Lair. Maybe our idea is to take ops. Okay? Our idea is to take ops, and our idea is to put a Deimos underneath and Deimos track the guy, right? That's step 1. So here's your step 1, step 2, step 3, and the round, right? That's what the lines represent. Well, step 1, right, get the Deimos in underneath. That's all we talked about. We did theory sessions. We talked about this. Well, let's say the defense here's their first wrench. They're going to have a guy down here, and now they're waiting for your Deimos. They have 2 players down here just waiting for you. Well, what's going to happen? There's going to be, your Deimos going to be like droning in underneath. Guys, I can't get underneath. There's 2 players on me. Now, as an IGL, that is the first wrench. That is going to make your Deimos not able to do his plan. So I'm going to draw a line like going up. Like now there's a problem. This is a problem that arose. If you don't say anything as an IGL, what's going to happen? Your Deimos is probably just going to take a 1v2, and you guys are going to continue taking the operations control. You're not going to be able to clear operations because this guy's mez and not getting Deimos tracked underneath. You're going to lose the round. So you have to say something. So something here would be, there's 2 players underneath. First off, you can play Siege multiple different ways. There's multiple answers, but a simple answer could be like, okay, let's send that Blackbeard or Montaigne that we were going to use to push ops. Let's send him under and help. All go rocket door and start droning. Let's push these guys back. Let's clear these guys back, right? So now we put everybody onto the same page. Now we're all working on the same mission, right?
Good.
That is what IGLing is. And then, again, you're going to, let's say you cleared them back. You got the Deimos. You got your map control. That's step 1 of Lair. Step 2 is you got to clear this guy on rocket stairs. There's always a guy on rocket stairs. But let's say it's a clash. I mean, normally what we can't do, which is just like walk a shotgun up at him, right? Well, it's a clash. How are we going to walk a shotgun up at the clash? Like, that's just not going to happen. Maybe there's a guy defending him. Again, now we have to come up with another answer, right? So now you're off that line again. You need to come up with another answer, and you have to problem solve. So that's what an IGL does throughout an entire round. No round is going to be perfect. Problems are going to arise. And you just got to problem solve over and over and over again. Tacking is extremely hard. I'm sure all of you know that playing ranked. Tacking is extremely hard. And majority of the times, in ranked, things are defender-sided. And you have to be okay with that at times, especially on certain maps. You got to be okay with like a 3-3 half, a 2-4 half. Things not working that you're calling, not working. Some of your teammates not pushing at the right optimal times because you're probably playing solo or duo queue and people don't have microphones. You have to be okay with that in IGL. You have to be level-headed and not let that stuff affect your decision-making. Because the other part of being an in-game leader is not only being in-game, but also being a leader, right? You have to be like that strong personality to kind of get people out of their own heads or thinking about the next round or making different adaptions like, thinking about like, okay, we lost that round, but we got a lot of information. This is how they want to play against us. They want to push us and stop us from our initial entries. So maybe we need to play a little bit differently. Maybe we got to play a little bit more split, open up a ton of ghost pressure at the start so they can't just stuff the sides that we are pushing early, right? So you got to have these adaptions, these answers, and it's really a back and forth game, right? The defensive IGL is going to be countering the attacking IGL, and you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a big game of chess, and I mean that's really it at the end of the day. But keeping your guys on the same page, the biggest thing, and never getting chalked. You got to be like a robot.
Yeah, honestly, just like, okay, well, this happened. All right, let's send 2 people down there, or like, hey, let's push not working out. Okay, let's rotate. Let's go open up the hatch and plant this side. Or like, oh, let's rotate the push. We got 40 seconds left. Fuck it, just like full send it. All right, guys, we just do that. But yeah, I think those are good points, man. You just gotta be like very emotionless in a way. You know, don't get too chalked. Don't yell at people. You know, just kind of let people play their own game too. And I've had my fair share of that where when I used to compete, one of my IGOs thought he just knew everything and everyone else's word was just fucking, it was his way or the highway. And then he would just bicker all the time. It was awful. But yeah.
Got a lot of those. You also need to be able to like not have total control sometimes because again, Siege isn't played perfectly. There's multiple ways to play the game, and sometimes your players are going to see things you're not and see a gap or see some space, and you got to be able to like let the leash off those guys and let them be them sometimes. I think that's really important as an IGL is to be like, again, have a little bit of trust in your players. Trust is earned, of course, like they have to earn that trust, but still at the end of the day, you got to be able to trust.
Yeah.
There's been times even in the past, we've had some really mechanical, nasty players. Hyper, I would say primarily number one, going way back to DZ. And there was times where we definitely had too much of a leash on him. And we didn't let him to do hyper things. And he was just such a disgusting player that sometimes he just needed to, you know what I mean? Like be able to kind of express himself as a player.
Mm-hmm. So like to kind of wrap up the IGO part, well, I remember asking you this at the major, but like, why don't you tell them is like, how you like maybe a certain word or like how you would when things get chaotic, like what's a good like reset tone and phrase to like get your team on the same page?
Yeah, I mean, I could even show you a document, but like T1 teams have these buzzwords. T2, T3, like if you play competitive, you should have these buzzwords on your team. They will help you keep your team more organized. As long as you define them as a team and everyone knows exactly what these words mean and how you should respond if you hear a certain keyword. And one of those keywords is just saying reset. If you guys listen to voice comms, you'll hear a lot of teams use the word reset. And usually that word is defined by, we got the map control that we needed, or we got a few picks. If we say reset, it means do not peek any deep angle through an angle, hold an off angle instead, or get yourself outside of the map, play on a drone. You're basically, this is like an anti-bleeding protocol, which means like we don't want to throw our man advantage away. So you say reset, we just keep our guns up. We are expecting aggression because we should know if we're in a 5v3, the other team's going to aggress. Expect the aggression, make sure we're tradable, things like that. And then off that reset, that gives your IGL time to now, what's the next step, right? Reset, we got the map control we need. Okay, let's drone XYZ room. Let's take that space. Let's make sure we're pushing together as a team. Use the flashbang, 3, 2, 1, yada, yada, yada. So that's the reset comm. And then there's also like, I mean, tons of other comms, but like the opposite. A lot of teams will say flood or swim or momentum or something like that. And that's just like, again, the total opposite. Say we have a 5v3 and we know 2 players are flanking us and we know there's only 1 guy in sight. We're going to say flood, right? Just everyone stop what you're doing. We're going to just trade out 5v1 into the site, hit the site, kill that guy, then we'll turn around and worry about the other guys. So again, buzzwords, something very, very good if you're not already doing with your rank stack competitive team. It just clears everything up instead of saying some long form of stop peeking or something like that.
Yo, everyone stop what you're fucking doing.
Everyone stop what you're doing and get a drone out and make yourself unkill. You know what I mean? What are we yapping about?
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like investment in like it just works for not only your team, but like for those who play like a higher level, like any kind of champ rank stack, you get to say these buzzwords, and then it's like everyone kind of like in the back of their head, just kind of knows, oh, it's flood. Okay, I'll play a little more aggressive. But yeah, I know it was like really important for people to understand because if you're IGO, you're gonna have wrenches and roadblocks that you come through. So it's really, and to get them on the same page, you got to be able to make sure that the 4 different gunfights are happening on the map are all on the same page and no one dies and staggers, and then that way you guys have the most amount of advantage to recoup for a counterattack. So yeah, that was a good 7 for IGL though. That was good.
Nice. I think that's what I'm most prepared on talking. All right. I think the only attack role I didn't cover was lurk, right? I don't think I covered lurk.
Yeah, go ahead, explain the lurk.
I mean, lurk role, probably the most fun role in the game. Obviously your team's doing something and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna def it and kind of go do something else, right? That's lurk. No, but
Cyber
I mean,
on
lurk.
phase, right? Is he a good lurk? Yeah.
Yeah, Cyber on phase is a good lurk. I mean, Newers is a good lurk on DZ. There's lurking I mean, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes when you're lurking, you're actually also holding flanks. Think Cafe actually is a great example where a lot of teams like to defend the top floor site. I don't know why we go this site in ranked. I don't know why we defend top floor, but that's a different rant. But when you defend the top floor, there's always like some soulless guy that loves to be down here with impacts and just like, oh, I'm gonna run out on everybody, blah 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 blah. Well, sometimes you like to get a lurk player. Think Baby Shark on Wildcard. He does this every goddamn round with Dokkaby, the new Dokkaby. Jesus, I'm not looking forward to that. But he always just like sits himself in bar. And why does he sit himself in bar for a top floor? Well, he's lurking. Like he's sitting down here waiting and expecting. He knows what your guy's free roamer does. He likes to impact out. He's just gonna sit here, play off audio, sit off a drone, wait. Boom, get the kill. So that's like one form of lurking. Another form of lurking is like something like bank, where I would call the lurker position ATMs. So let's say it's open area. Let's say the bomb site's open area, and we want to clear the top floor. Well, what the ATM player does is most times the push is from square. So you're gonna have like your shields pushing square, maybe stock. You're also gonna have like some window pressure, yada yada yada. You're just trying to flush him off the top floor. Well, your lurk is going to have the option, right? This is the guy that you need high IQ as a lurker. You need to know what your team is doing as a lurker so you can actually be effective and not bait your team. So a lot of times what the lurk does, I mean, his job here is to first off, is
Chat, type 1 if you love a lurk roll.
That's going to prevent my boy from swinging in windows, right? If there is, then his job is to mess with that guy. If it's just like a Fenrir or something, then we can just ignore him if we're not going to go for that pick. And a lot of times you'll see that guy walking up the bank stairs. Most notably, one of the best clips was Ambi against was it FaZe Clan?
FaZe, yeah.
Shopify, where he just walked up and killed 3 of them in the back. Right, that is your lurk, right? He picked knock. He just walks up the main stairs. The rest of the players, you also need to know something real quick, which is push-pull theory, which is like, in any FPS game, if someone hears gunshots or if someone is like shooting at somebody, what does everyone on your team do? They immediately look in that direction because everyone's like fiending for kills. You want kills. Audio says they're this way, so I'm going to look this way.
Yeah.
You don't think about the backside, right? So we make noise from windows. We walk that shield in square and get the barbed wire curve. We open up stock. So what do the defenders think? They're like, oh, man, I'm licking my lips. This guy jumps in stock, he's dead. This janitor guy's like, oh, this guy pushes curve, he's dead, right? This meeting guy's like, oh, I got both of you because I'm oblivious and I'm just going to, I'm going to double up. That's where the lurk comes into play, right? You're pushing on or you're pulling on one side and you're pushing a player up the red stairs as the backstab, and he's going to get all the free kills, aka Ambi. Now, obviously you have your team to support you with that. Also, you'll sometimes have like your soft support player. What's it called? You'll play like Twitch or something for you to get your traps. So it makes your job a little bit easier. But in ranked play, like if you want to play a lurk position, one of the best things I recommend doing is first off, see where they are, and then bring something to create those gaps for yourself, because you probably don't have a team to get rid of the barbed wire for yourself. Like you don't have to play knock is what I'm getting at. You could play like Twitch for yourself, Brava for yourself, Flores for yourself, whatever. I even like nades. You could ash charge barbed wire. I don't care. But you want to create multiple ways for yourself and not just one route. Because if you create one route, you clear the barbed wire on red. Well, what's the elevator player doing? He's going to look at red, right? That's the only thing he has to look at. But if you clear that barbed wire and you clear like the marble barbed wire, now you give yourself options. That guy can only look one way or the other. And then based on what your team is doing, you can make the appropriate choice, which is why I have to say, like, it is a high IQ role. You make the choice, you go up, you backstep.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I feel like, I mean, all players should know, but like, yeah, just making ghost pressure, opening up barricades, the front windows. So it's like, oh, like they're not going to play in a certain room because that window's open. There could be someone on it. And they'll have to listen for sound cue, but then they're hearing 4 different sound cues during the first minute of the round and all that kind of stuff. And it's like that little thing to pull them off. And again, like, reference to Fett, because he's just the goat of educational siege. Is like, even when like someone's being held by someone on a cut, like let's say a mailbox is posted up on holding someone on like a cutoff, right? And a defender needs to rotate back. Another teammate that is the bridge role could literally just shoot ahead of them, throw an impact at the mailbox guy, takes crosshair off for a second, and allows them to sprint past him and rotate. So like little things like that, guys. I think at a high level, that's why it looks like we just have like sixth sense. It's just like we know that a little sound cue or a little thing like a flashbang just take their attention off of them just for like a second or two is like enough for just to like make that gap. I feel like a lot of times in Pro League, the gaps are like only a few seconds open, but they know exactly when to take it.
Yeah, they know exactly when to take it, and they also know like the responses. I think that's something like that's why these pro teams are scrimming each other every day. They immediately in the first 30 to 45 seconds recognize what take it is, and then they already have a preset response on the defense. Like, okay, they're doing this take, which means they're going to have this cut off. That's where we need to like. That's how we're going to fall back. We're going to pressure him, and then we'll let you fall back.
Mm-hmm. Lurk.
I think that's basically the attack roles, though. I mean, we could switch on to the defense side.
Yeah, let's do
One
defense.
role that I haven't seen you talk about, because you guys just call it the hard support role, but I call it the anchor role.
Anchor,
on
yeah.
defense. So, like, vice versa. It is your hard support, but it's on defense. But, like, this is the guy that, let's be honest here. We loaded a solo queue, and everyone picks Vigil, Solus, Mozzie. They're all running around the site. No one's helping set up the site at all, and it's a disaster, right?
Yeah.
That's where the anchor comes in clutch. This is normally going to be
double
someone that's
shotgun and impacts.
yeah. He's got all the site setup utility. You also don't want to be super aggressive in this role, just like hard support role. Why? And you still want to be a nasty fragger. Think NJR again. Disgusting. One of the best players in the world went plus 50, right? Plus 50 at the major, MVP. But he's an anchor, right? You also want to be super clutch in this role. Like you might power up in 1v2s, 1v3s. Like there's some people have the clutch genes, some don't. Hopefully you know yourself whether you got that or not. But anyway, you're setting up the site for the team, so you're making all the head holes, you're making all the rotates, you're making the site actually viable, and you also need to like really be aware as an anchor how many people are helping you on site, how many people are off site. You need to like look around and have like a really good understanding of where your players are playing. This is specifically for ranked, because you need to know where your gaps are. Where are you weakest? Do we have traps in our lineup? Where the hell did our trap guy put anything? Like if I'm playing on Chalet and I'm like the kitchen guy, we're playing the kitchen bomb site. I'm in dining, I'm in kitchen. My whole team's like roaming upstairs and library side. I'm looking around like, how's my trophy look? Anything on my trophy window? How's my West Main look? Can they just walk up West Main and like attack me in sight? Do I have any wall denial? Like, can anyone help me with like, is anyone gonna be able to shoot the walls off? Like, I'm looking around at like how I can be abused in sight, and then I'm being vocal and I'm trying to get my teammates to help me out. Like, they open West Main windows. If I have a guy up in bathroom, be like, hey, they open West Main. Can you like look down vert holes? Can you help me out? Because that way I can keep my gun on like trophy window instead. Oh, they're pressuring my 45 or my dining door. Hey, library guys, can we help? Like, you're on blue stairs. Can you look over? Can we help? Can we power this guy? Yada, yada, yada. So you do have to, again, be very knowledgeable of your gaps. And then the other thing is like late round utility, just like a hard support on attack. A lot of times you're smoke. A lot of times you're Tachanka, or you have a C4. You need to put yourself in the best position to like be thinking about what is the win condition of the attack. If they just open wall and they're probably going to run in and go for a plant behind the dining table, then I'm going to probably back up and play in kitchen door on Chalet, and I'm going to C4, or I'm going to have the win condition and be able to stop the plant. That's what an anchor does. And then after you no longer have that C4 win condition, you have to relay that to your team and say, I don't have a C4. I don't have any win condition anymore. We got to either like take fights or maybe rotate someone else that has some type of utility.
So this is kind of like the like a mini IGL role on defense. Would you say?
It can be. I like my support players to be vocal. This could also just be like a secondary shot caller. Think Breede on Falcons.
Yeah.
Where like he's just everyone knows him to be extremely clutch, but he's not the main voice of the team, right? That's like a fact. That's Solotov. But you do need to be knowledgeable at least for like little things like how are they going to execute and can I stop it?
Yeah, I think that's like definitely a role that I would play more on the anchor. Like I'm not too crazy at the game like, aim wise, but like definitely like looking again like those gaps. Like if we're on border, like how about is our concrete walk goods? Do we have barbed on metal, and can they just walk armory and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, definitely a good role. And I just love side setup. I mean that's the whole like my main content is just the site setups. Just like put the rotate here, reinforce that there, and like yeah. And I think a lot of people like, especially like, this is just for anyone maybe like diamond and lower. If you just don't have a good site setup, you're literally like throwing away a huge advantage. Of just basically having holes you can see into the site or having a wall you can play a crucial spot. It's just like, just learn how to do site setups every single time. It should be a default. There shouldn't be a round where you're not reinforcing at least like 2-3 walls, opening up head holes, foot holes, like whatever it may be, or like shooting glass off windows, just setting your team up just for an easy, like a preset. Like you're just putting that shit in the microwave, boom, ready to go.
You setting up with Legion Shotgun?
Oof, we don't talk about Legion Shotgun.
Okay,
We don't talk about
just checking. I'm just checking, man. I think Anchor's a ton of fun to play as well, and it's safe if you're newer. If you're newer to obviously the game as well, like you don't have to worry about all the millions of ways you can die out of sight. You at least sit behind your reinforcements, but you still got to know like what the default takes are in a sense. Like where are they probably going to be coming from? Can they backstab? You still got to kind of know what the executes look like, and but you get that over time though. You definitely get that over time. Okay, not anchor. We talked bridge, right?
Bridge, yeah, we talked about bridge.
Okay, then we'll talk about roamer. I say free roamer. Technically, defense is weird because again, defense is like the same thing as attack. I was saying like it's just positions. Like if I'm on a team and I'm coaching a team and I'm like, okay, we're gonna play clubhouse gym. We're obviously going to extend to the red side. I'm gonna be like, who are my better fraggers? I'm going to put them on that side, right? Like that's the extended position, right? I'm going to always make sure just like Troy's team, I'm going to make sure that in my extended roamer positions, I will put my fraggers. But there is a free roam on that site, which is like the gym bomb site. Sometimes you got like a Valkyrie or someone running around the basement, running around underneath. That is the free roamer.
Do we have any roamers in the chat?
To be a good free roamer, it's also high IQ. You need to understand what the default takes are, in my opinion, like what an attack is. So like gym on Clubhouse, for example, everyone should know that the main default attacks are you're either going to clear out the cache side and clear out that extension and then push over, or you're going to do an ISO take on the hot tub side and open up jacuzzi wall and maybe walk up main stairs, right? So you're thinking about the default takes when you're roaming and you're contesting map control. Why we have roamers in the game instead of all of us sitting in sight like we're bronze level and just reinforce the walls is if we all just sat in sight and didn't contest, we would give up the entire map in 30 seconds to a minute. The attackers would just bring all the right utility to work the bomb site and clear you. You would be, all the walls would be open. You would have so much utility operators on you. You would be ying flashed, glass smoked, grim bead.
Yeah.
Like that is why we roam, is we don't want them to just contain us and use all the utility. So we are roaming to contest, to waste time. First off, we're not roaming for kills. We are roaming for time waste. So we're like poking around the edges where they might come in. So a free roamer might be like lounge on that gym example, shooting drones, garage. Because like the initial piece of the map control that they want is garage. So you'll shoot those drones, maybe fall back down to basement. Then as they take garage and start working cache side over, maybe you like start creeping up secret stairs. And then you're like, you have a Valcam in cache and you're like, okay, well, as soon as they like start to go for the cache wall, I'll go underneath and C4, right? That's what a roamer's doing. you're kind of being a thorn in their side. You're wasting so much time. You're shooting drones, and you always have a backup plan. That's very, very important as a
Yes.
roamer. Like, you never want to get yourself caught somewhere and trapped somewhere where you could just be pinched out by all the attackers, right? You want to like shoot drones, but like maybe have a hatch to fall to, or stairs to fall to, or if they push a shield through stock, I can quickly run, right? Like, just knowing that where your backup plan is.
Yeah, that makes it just. I always mention that it's just like having an escape plan, like whether it's like on board, like your roamers have a hatch to go through, a staircase. Obviously, making sure you're not getting mailboxed on the staircase, and like I remember even seeing like Fact play Scopos on rafters. I thought that was really smart. It's like if he's there to die, they send a Monty up, and then boom, he just transfers over, and then he's back on site. So I was like, no, it's kind of smart.
Yeah, Scopos is great. Honestly, I'm not a Scopos hater. Scopos is actually pretty great, where you can waste a lot of map control pretty extended, and the moment your boys in sight are screaming bloody murder for help, you just TP back, as long as there's not a Dokk on board. But yeah, just you're wasting time. Some of my favorite roamers are honestly Gunnar and Hashom. And what do those two players have in common? They are Rat King. They are doing some rat plays and just being so annoying and not predictable. You don't want to be predictable as a roamer and just taking the first engagement. If you do that, you're just giving up a pick and you're giving up free space. So you just want to like be doing some like ridiculous like rat shit. Like, you're wasting time. You're making them have to drone every goddamn corner of the map for you. That is how to be the most effective, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good roam explanation. So like, how much time would you say is kind of like what you should aim for every? A general rule, like half the round, minute 30, minute, it could be 2 minutes.
Yeah. The general is around a minute and a half, and you're basing it based on like, what is my late round win condition? Do we have smokes, T'Chaka, C4? Then usually a minute and a half is pretty good. If you don't have any of that, then maybe you got to fight more. Maybe that's your strat. You're actually like wasting time and then maybe fighting in the later rounds. But normally, minute and a half.
Yeah, I always say a minute and a half.
The good thing with a minute and a half is once you leave, I think a lot of people don't think about this, but once you leave a spot in a roam, it's on average, they actually didn't know you left for like another 30 seconds. So when you waste a minute and a half and then fall back, just always assume you're always going to waste an extra 30 because they're going to drone where you just were and figure that out and then take that space, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing people don't think about.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point right there.
I guess the extended roam is also what I would call kind of a turret spot. I saw you had like sentry or turret. Really on, again, defense, I just put players in positions that they're comfortable. I'll just pull up Cafe for an example. Going back to DZ, let's just mention Bolo for just a second. Where's Bolo famous for on Cafe? It's this bathroom position. Troy Canadian, he's got that interview saying like, the most annoying player to ever push might be Bolo on Pixel with a shield, right? He's got that Wamai. It's very classic. This is a sentry position that you would do on any mid-floor site and a top-floor site, and you're just sitting here and you're just fighting. You're just fighting over and over and wasting time and shooting drones. You want to be mechanically gifted in these spots. A lot of times they're fraggers. They're fraggers that maybe don't have like, oh, this is going to come off bad. They're fraggers, but like they just play better near the site instead of more like free roaming and having like the free thoughts to do whatever they want. There's a lot of those types of like, so what Cyber does is extremely rare. Like, to have such high IQ and know how to waste time and where to take the gunfights, like it's super high IQ. One of the hardest things to do. If Cyber did not exist on FaZe, they would not be able to operate. Right? It's very rare. Like Effect's able to do kind of like the same things. But like sentry players are super important as well. When we had Bolo and like Paul or Hyper rather, like these are mechanical players. Everyone knows them to be mechanical players, and you just sit them in a spot and they will kill everything, right? He's just in here to waste time, but he also knows what gunfights to take, when to peek the guy on the windows, when to swing out Pixel and fight the guy in Cigar, when to swing and fight in the cart position. He knows how to stay alive against anyone that gets on the white rappel. These are your turret players. Another turret spot is like C1 on Cafe. So it's usually bathroom and C1 are the turrets. Nowadays, you see almost always an Aruni DMR or Tube DMR sitting over here, right? classic turret position. You're just playing like pixel angle fights. But you also like, because you're a turret, you also need to know how to stay alive a little bit more. So like roamers, I mean, they're also staying alive, but sometimes they're a little bit more aggressive. These type of players they're turreting, they're holding their positions as long as they can. They're also wasting time, but they're not afraid to take gunfights. They're not afraid to just stay up and stay till they die. A lot of times the C1 player will actually stay here till he's dead because it's just such a good spot. And you're holding on to like real key pieces of map control that the attackers want, but are really tough to get. Right, to get a bathroom player out is tough, right? Especially with Wamai. Like normally teams like bring a Capital and try to burn and swing in. Wamai counters that, right? Like so it can be really tough. C1 position, you'll see like a bunch of teams try to throw 6 nades at the guy, and it's very tough to play in some of these spots. But they're like key pieces of map control that if they don't remove you from, you will literally win your team the round.
Yeah, throw back to like that old Consulate Yellow Stairs clip of like 9 flashbangs going at his ass. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yes. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so like for people playing this like sentry turret, like map control, like red stairs on, cache to an extent, it's kind of like, what would you say for them is like a general rule of like when they should play there to just play life or to die or to come back to site?
Again, it's usually like minute and a half if your whole team can get back because, but again, by the time they get it, it's a minute. You also want to be burning utility though. Like you don't want to just leave to leave, right? I think that's what a lot of people, they think about the time waste in a minute and a half. They're like, oh, I'm just going to leave. But like at least shoot a drone, at least make them use some type of util, like clear your shield, shoot some Grimbies, because you're trying to waste that utility. So when you do fall back to site, they don't have anything to execute the site. So that's also really, really important. If you have big man advantages, like a 5v3, obviously sometimes it's good to fall back to site. But in those 5v3s, a lot of times, like, I mean, think about sometimes when you play, do you ever fall, like, you're like, oh, it's a 5v3, I should fall, and then you get caught falling? Well, a lot of times it's because you probably killed the push, and they still have the cut player sitting in, like, con or something waiting for you to fall. So, like, a lot of times like that, it could actually be really good to just leave, like, one player to hold on to that map control, and one of those players to fall back. That way, you stay. Worst case scenario, you die and it's a 4v3. But best case scenario, maybe you get one more and now you just made it a 4v2. And now you got the information too that they still want to push that side of the map. So it could be kind of hit or miss. I'd say minute and a half, waste some utility, waste some drones. If you notice they're low on drones, you can give it up at that point and kind of just win from sight, make it an easy execute.
Yeah, I think that's why it's like, and like in general, like why defense is so easy is kind of just like if you guys are having those like advantages, it's like you're kind of just waiting for like if as long as attack doesn't make the first move, like waiting for them to make the first mistake. Like if they don't open the wall or they don't push a certain piece of map control and you have the vert above sight, it's like you could just stay there. You don't have to like. Not everybody has to like rotate and like hold hands in sight. You could have hold some vert. You could hold some. Wherever it may be. But yeah, I think like you said, as long as you just like have a reason to leave, if they're still actively pursuing you, then it's like, oh, okay, it means their attention's on you and not on site.
Yeah. No, I mean 100%. I just think some people try to just play the game too correct and like, oh, it's a 5v3, I should rotate back, but you got to have a reason.
Yeah.
If you're well defended, like if the other team just were to flip and all hit Jacuzzi, it's still a 3v3 over there. Like you're still totally fine. As long as the site's not weak or there's like you're going to be exploited somewhere else. I mean, it's fine to stay and still hold on to your map control. Just have a buddy with you that can kind of trade you out. It's like, again, I relate it to chess all the time, but it's like you're just trying to simplify your positions. You're just trying to, like, if you got man advantage in chess, you're just trying to get to the end game as quick as possible, and it's just trade out until it's 2v1, 2v2, whatever it is, and it's easy.
100%.
Well, that's the anchor, that's the bridge, that's your turret players, that's your roamers. That's literally everybody. Yeah, I mean, besides anchor, there's technically that other soft support role, which sure is a lot. I mean, it's flex a lot of times. It's playing wall denial or clash or Mira or something else, but sometimes also a roamer. Defense, again, it comes down to positions. Just figure out where you're comfortable, especially if it's somebody just like watching this. Like, do you like to play in sight? Do you like to play off site? Figure that out. Get comfortable with that, right? Don't try to like switch back and forth all the time. You're never really gonna like truly master a certain site and like know all the ways that you can die and all the ways that you can hold on to some key pieces of map control. So I really recommend just kind of like simplifying it and try to find what you're good at and just stick with it.
Yeah, just like taking all of it with a grain of salt. I mean, realistically, most people watching this are just like playing ranked, so it's not like, you know, they have to like, oh, I'm gonna play only this role for the rest of my life and all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, you can just, you can kind of even when you play with different rank stats, you can be like, oh, maybe we don't have a very good vocal player, we don't have much of a good like person running the hard breach, or maybe we don't have people running cutoffs, you know, and like if everyone's pushing in one spot, maybe you can play the local role somewhere else. So like kind of knowing just playing the flex, like kind of weird to explain, is just like take everything with a grain of salt of how we did philosophies, you know. I think just also just knowing how to play other roles too can improve your one, so that way you kind of know like the weaknesses and like just overall just get insane game IQ until you become, you know, pro league player. But obviously most people here are probably just gonna hit like certain rank in the game, but you know, whatever it is to improve.
Champ ones, maybe
Champ
diamond
one,
ones.
yeah. Champ one. Yeah, Legend Division. You won't be hitting the Legend Division. Obviously, I know you will.
Of course I will, but I better.
Yeah.
I better. I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, it's the same for me, bro. I'm like, all right, we gotta slap the delay on for ranked now. It's just like,
Oh, you're going hard like that. Okay.
because like,
Hey.
I mean, it's just like when people pull up R6 tracker, I mean, it's probably the same for you too. Soon, and you're streaming now. It's like they see, oh, it's Mint. Like, let's check his stream. Like, oh, he's streaming. Sick. They're pushing top floor. Nice.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm in a 5 stack and like we're constantly like we're sweating, so we're like flipping. Like even if we think someone's like stream sniping, we'll just like flip takes back and forth, and
Yeah.
if they're just watching my stream, they're at a disadvantage. So
Yeah, it's like a live ankle break, kind of like, oh shit, oh,
Yeah,
fuck you,
yeah,
oh, he's
exactly.
pushing here, shit.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. You can be, you'll be able to do it. Even if people sniping you, I'm sure you're in competent stacks. You can just kill them, all that. So,
Yeah, we'll see until I match up against you in the Legend Division.
ooh, I'm pulling up the stream. I know you got that 0 delay. I'm licking my
Yeah,
lips.
all right,
Ooh,
buddy.
0 delay. Yo, guys,
All right,
pull up.
maybe I'll
mid-stream.
turn it on. Maybe I'll turn it on.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, we'll get a few games in if our stacks line up and shit, you know.
Yeah, I'll send Roy after you. Don't you worry.
Oh, oh boy. But hey, man, that should be all the roles, man. Like, hey,
Heard.
thank you, Mint, for coming out. Like, can we get a W in the chat from Mint? That was an amazing video. You know, it was definitely a little bit different from the other one because obviously, you know, Siege is a meta. You know, everything changes, but like, you know, it's always good to keep you guys up to date so that way you guys know exactly how to play, you know, whatever role you're comfortable with. But hey, guys, if you guys haven't already, check out Mint's YouTube channel, TikTok, stream, Instagram, Reels, OnlyFans. I don't know where you making content out nowadays, but hey, man.
You gotta
know.
look. You gotta look.
Yeah, man. But hey,
Search
thank
it up.
you.
Thanks
Thank you for
having me,
coming
though.
out. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was actually good practice too, because I might have to teach a class about roles pretty soon. So this was actually perfect timing. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. So hopefully we covered everything and it wasn't too confusing. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yes.
Thanks
All
everybody.
right. Thank you very
I gotta
much,
hop
guys.
on the DBNO podcast. So thank you.
Yes. All right, bro. Take care, man. Talk soon.
All right, later.
Peace. All right, guys. Yo, W video. Oh my God, my anti-cheat, bro. Close this shit out. All right, guys. That was a W freaking video. W video in the chat. Thank you, man, for coming out. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, last time we had Fett and Super, but I wanted to get someone who is like, you know, a pro mind, pro coach. That was like definitely what I wanted to get out of that. Yes, that would be a YouTube video. All right, let's hop on the test server now. We'll hop on the test server and play like maybe a game or two. Should you lean using my mouse buttons? Isn't it convenient? It's personal preference, man. Some people don't like having mouse buttons on their mouse because it's the one they're aiming with. But yeah, make sure y'all exclamation mark socials, follow the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. That's where all of this content will be at. Yeah, it was even good for me. I was able to touch up on some of my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So pretty decent, pretty decent. Are you gonna have a bit short stream, or are you gonna do something else out of those games? Yeah, I have to go in about 40 minutes, so we'll have time for a game. At least. Let's practice a recoil control real quick. Bro, I can't click as fast as I used to on DMRs. I'll lock in on that. You look like a fried Cocoa Pop. Trishan, thank you for the 5 gifted. W's in the chat. Thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. What IAMs am I using? I'm just using Bow Sound Sport. I'm actually gonna take off the horizontal grip on this thing. That feels a lot better. Oh, hold up. Do the recoil cap. Wait, this is the recoil cap thing. Oh my god, my Chad, this is how you get no recoil on SMB12. It's pulling down right now. Yeah, nice. Look at that recoil. Look at that recoil. Nice. All in my hand, by the way. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Uh-huh. 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 Chad, if you're not controlling recoil, SMB12 recoil like this, you should not be playing it. All right. Cigar, broom. Honestly, this room, I either want to play Mira or I want to play... I think we stick the Mira here. How can you play Testing Grounds? By downloading on Steam.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Let's try this Mirror out. Do I remember my first setup streaming? Second Dokk marker. One
seconds
second.
to
I
insertion.
should do this.
5 seconds left. Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse.
Try this out.
Enjoy the
Ready for company. Loading new magazine.
Give me 1 second. Let me answer this from my editor real quick. Oh shit.
Sleep with one eye open.
I'm on low volume right now. Need to rotate.
Op 4, last stop standing. A bomb has been located by Op 4.
Sheesh.
Hostiles eliminated.
And that's how you counter Dokkaebi. You just hang up the motherfucking phone. Nice. Nice. Let's go, baby. How do you think the new map is gonna rank compared to other maps? I don't know. It's too early to tell. I do coaching. Yes, exclamation mark coaching.
Secure the bombs.
Where's my site setup? I usually do here, right here, right. I will say this room I'm not the biggest fan of because yeah, I'm definitely gonna reinforce these walls. Another TikTok strat video. I do need to record that. I'll probably end up recording that. Oh,
reinforcing wall.
I just realized we're up against a
10
pro
seconds.
player right there.
Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has yet to locate a bomb.
Petit, thank you for the prime. Oh boy.
Wall secured.
Yeah, these guys are just... Do people just not know how to control themselves when they like have a streamer in the lobby? Start TKing.
Keep up position. Keep
Oh shit, they got a DJ board here. I don't know what this guy wants from me.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Reloading. Cover me.
I don't know what that guy's doing. Oh, dude, he's nasty, bro. That was a nasty shot from him. Oh. Can you hit champ having a girlfriend? Nah, bro. Just lock in on siege, forget everything else. On B door. Where is our teammate going?
One friendly operator remaining.
We all remember that one math teacher we all had who was bald, wore a long sleeve green shirt, had blue jeans, and always carried a ruler. Why is that oddly specific? Chat, which teacher had the most chill one? Or which teacher was the most chill in high school? Mine was definitely my English.
User has been successfully
Probably my English
deployed.
teachers.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Didn't catch the reference? Nah, bro, I'm just too hunk. Go back. Just go basement here. Smoking on rose cigars, Hollywood Boulevard. We go basement, bro. We need this shit. Do some motherfucking wall denial. It's reference to a hella famous horror game. You definitely saw it before. Nah, I don't know about it. Zunk. When will the new season release? June 3rd or 4th? One of those days. Forgot. Someone wants to correct me. Hey, we also hit 900 subs. Yo, W's in the chat. Thank y'all for 900 subs. Appreciate y'all. I gotta get back to 1,000 since I was not streaming for like 2 weeks. I just got 3 kids. What
Down to 10
the
seconds.
hell?
Down to 5 seconds.
I have 7 reinforcements
Surveillance
up.
on bomb. Op 4 hazardous.
GG's.
Reinforcing
I've been
wall.
streaming on Twitch longer than YouTube.
Electroclaw is active.
Bro, this guy's just being a racist in all chat.
Wall's done. Bien, Electroclaw is.
Uh-oh. What's going on here?
With one eye open.
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
Hope no one walks in.
Setting C4.
Shiva barrier up.
One friendly remaining.
Oh, so
Failed.
many.
All friendlies have been neutralized.
Let's go 0. Kids with the pump down. We can do the Dokk pick now. I kind of, I'm, you know, Mint did say he's not running the new AR. He's running the DMR. I think we do that, bro. Maybe we don't run the new gun. It is a hard hitting gun too. 67 damage. We just run the DMR here. DMRs and EMPs. You have content of the new gun. That's actually a good point. Not really. I think we'll just run it then. Let's try the extended barrel. See how we like it. So that basement. All right. It's okay. We scanned her, so
5 seconds.
helipad is actually the spawn we want here. So as we can see, they got 2 of them motherfuckers running around here. Get one default cam. Another default cam. Can you shoot all 3 default cams out here, maybe? Kind of nuts.
Clear the blast area.
Going on that door. Asian mine. Thorn mine.
Swapping mags.
They're just now reinforcing. Oh, someone in here.
Loading new magazine.
Who just flashed me? Oh, I can hack cams from any section here.
You have dropped the diffuser.
Oh boy, Rooney. It's called Rooney.
Target acquired. Hostile phone is hot.
Oh my god, I was reloading, bro. They had a cav.
Located a bomb.
Lame.
One friendly operator remaining.
Imagine I got that reload off in time.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Whoa, that guy just hit a 1 shot. Give me the... No, someone took the Dokk. Bro. It's okay, we can do the Zof. The Zof would be good here. I'm actually loving Zof with... Now that she's faster and her AR is a little bit better, she's definitely going to be a top pick for me in ranked.
We need to locate a bomb.
Chad, be honest, what operators are you going to be banning next season? Is it going to be Dokk every single round? Where the fuck even am I?
Found
There's-
a bomb.
The second floor is massive. I'm not going to lie. A lot of rooms. Basement's a bit more manageable, but second, there's just like so many rooms. Like you see this whole room. I think we'll get used to it though. We'll just kind of forget. There's some like kind of like
10 seconds to
theme
go.
park maybe.
5 seconds before insertion.
Maybe we should try walking down here.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse
Let's
it.
walk down this hallway.
Focus on the op.
Blow this wall up here.
I got you!
Should definitely have a flank cam for that cav.
Drone active.
Stay back.
Knew she's coming down. All right. Well, at least we got rid of that guy first. No, he went back, and there was another one coming down the staircase too.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Yeah, honestly, I think just powering the breach, but there's just so many ways you can come through. But I feel like when I kind of like when I
All friendlies have been
learn this map a bit more on like the best walls to take, oh, it's gonna be so sexy. It's gonna be so good. No rank today? No, not today. No. But like Zofia is gonna be amazing too. Mid wallpaper? Damn. Sure yours is better. Honestly, I just want to go into the new map. I'm just gonna dry run it low-key. I think we're gonna just dry run. Just walk around the map, open shit up, you know? Get comfy with it. I'm running about, I'd say like high 200 FPSs. Locked in for life, found God, no replacing me. Let's just go like Buck or something. Let's just go. Jake the Beast, think of the Prime.
You must locate and defuse a bomb.
Maybe like I want to find the best spawns and all that too. So like, there's so much you can do on this map.
You located a bomb.
Blackjack is that room. You want to go for that wall. I think basement, getting a good basement like push is ideal. I wish there was a way they would tell us like how to get down from everything, you know? Oh yeah, here. Like pushing down here is nice. I think having a good flank for this too would be good. Yeah, a good like flank cam, like I'm walking in, I might not be looking possibly, you know, right there. That could be a good one. Or maybe like under that cam right there, you know. Yeah, this room is definitely a little bit harder because there's just one way in. Like if you can like get this control, like you can definitely do like a default take, like open this wall up go for plant like right here. If you just cover that, you could plant right here, and then boom, you have like the entire post plant to just cover from here. All you would have to do is just, or actually you could just like, yeah, you could just plant like right here. As long as someone's watching that, you just have someone here holding that shit, and that's a free ass plant. The only thing is like, yeah, you just need someone holding. But even then, like, yeah, you just need one person holding that angle, and then boom. Yeah, I only do coaching and VOD reviews for mainly people who are in the coaching. Yeah, you can't even see someone go for that plan right there. I think this wall is just super crucial. I mean, Habana, you can open this one up too. Yeah, this is a crucial one right here. Like, if you just open it, like, I think with Habana, you open up those. How does this one work though? Oh yeah, there's no way you can. Can I not rappel up? You just rotate, boom. Yo, wait a minute. Hold on. Did I just... Yo, wait, look at this rappel angle you can get all out here. Bro, imagine like Hibana, but you can see all the way into the other site. Bro. Hold the phone. Actually, this one you can't really see much. You have to be right here. Oh no, okay. You can't see it all the way into the other side, but you can hold a cutoff right there at least. It's not as good as I thought, actually. Happy birthday, Hamza. Happy birthday. Drink. Don't call me a chud, though. Oh, even vertical play. Vertical play could be really good here. Yeah, let's just go fall off the map somewhere. Yeah, this one, right? You can just get air jabbed off.
We have been eliminated.
It's your birthday. You just turned 15. W, man. OAG, Stan. Thank you for the tier 1. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, let's go sledge.
A bomb must be located and defused.
Oh. Let's make vert above the site here. Oh, that doesn't really mean much, but that could be a good flank catch, though. Let me put my drone downstairs so I can find all the good vert spots to make. I mean, you can't go wrong with this corner over here. Okay, so yeah, here. So that's like that side door. No way, is this to the other side? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, nah. I don't think that really matters that much. So the only places that you can make vert is above this site. You can't make vert. Can you make vert above this? I don't think you can. No, you can't. So you can mainly just make vert above this. But the best way to deal with this is opening up this wall over here, so. At least this is in the small room. I don't think there's a direct sight hatches there. I don't think there is. Honestly, opening a freezer wall wouldn't be the worst either, because it's like... Yeah, if you can control a freezer... Let's drop down somewhere. Where's the nearest hatch? Wait, this could be an amazing hatch drop spot too. Yeah, to take control of this room, and this is all reinforced. Yeah, if you could find a way to like open this all up. You just gotta open up this part too. Open up that wall. Yeah, this is a really strong place to push from. Yeah. Obviously, you just have to kill anybody head glitching up here. So that might be the nearest like spot to like. If you sub, you get the Charm automatically. Yes, it'll be. You have to connect your Ubisoft account to your Twitch account, though. I feel like a Mav Glaz would be good here. This could be really good for default planting too. I mean, you just go and sprint in, plant this corner. You know. Wait, this is not the bomb site. Wait, this is. No, that would be the bomb site. Yeah, I'm stupid. How about upstairs? I feel like third floor, I actually kind of already have my attack down. I'm a big fan. Oh, this is definitely going to be a staircase where people hold. This will definitely be like a shotgun staircase. I can see it happening. This doorway kind of gives me like a Night Haven Labs or layer type of vibe. Do you use iron sights? No, I don't. Iron sights are troll. I'm a big fan of this rappel. This rappel is actually not that bad. It's just this one is where you gotta be a little aware of. I think pushing this way too. If you can get like a ying all these motherfuckers out, then you just, yeah. I think head holes right here would be actually really good too. And you can contest anybody coming through there. This honestly isn't the worst either. I really feel like this place is really underrated. I don't see a lot of people pushing Aqua side. If you can just go in here, if you can just sneak up Aqua. Where's our default camera here somewhere? Yeah, there's one in the corner. You can pick knock, go up this way. You can sneak all the way through. And then you can get some freebies here, honestly. Yeah, knock up blue. How do you even get to blue side, though? Oh, there's a double door here. So this is main lobby side. So if we spawn pool side, we go in, sprint through this double door here, go in, run up to the right side, boom, pop the knock gadget. Dude, it's a far ass walk, but like then you're in sight. You're not a worm. We'll see about that. How about this room over here? This room actually could be kind of nice for a hop in. Oh, this is a rappel in. No, this one though. Oh, this could be a really good cutoff section. You just post up with a D. Can you rappel on this shit? Oh my god, you can rappel on this too. Or upside down rappel on that. Dude, that's like cutoff of doom right here. Cutoff of doom. Yeah. How about this right here? This is actually not that bad of a spot either. Where is this at? This is also Garden Ruins. So this is like kind of like the first main door. I mean, there's no other sound cue that like tells you. It's gonna be really hard to know if you're coming through there because it's like the sound cue. This could be like an easy entry. You just come here. Come head glitch on this shit. Yeah. I do want to open that up, but yeah, I mean, you could just upside down rappel on that. Boom, open up that wall. Yeah, this map would be good for roaming. It's got like one of the roam spots for it. I want to like dry run and just create my own shit on this, honestly. All right, chat. I'm gonna call it there though. I have to head out for now. Akaria, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. I'm doing lovely, man. Thank you. But make sure y'all sub for Nomads and Charm. And my every roll video with Mint will be on my socials. Follow my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. See y'all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day or night. And go to the gym. Don't be a bitch. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.